Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Rainbow Room. You got plenty of seating here. There's lots of soft, comfortable, poofy places to sit. And, just let the little calm, wonderful area just kind of relax you while I talk to you about some stuff. Okay? All right. Now, I have been writing down some ideas for, just movies that I've noticed seem to polarize people a bit. And there are some people that are completely unable to try something new. As in, like, they remake an old movie. I understand that oftentimes in that remake, it's not as good. And they will miss certain parts that are really important, key parts that are really important to have. I know, but there have been some remakes that have been really excellent, and they're just like an addition to, for instance, in my opinion, Dune. Okay, the first Dune that I watched, that one was very interesting. It allowed me some character development and allowed me to understand the story, a bit better. Now, I went ahead and watched the next one, which was John Herbert's, I believe. And I watched that one, and I watched The Children of Dune, and all of them were just very eye-opening and give you, visuals for the things you've been reading and trying to, like, picture. So I found it really a beautiful diorama of eye candy, essentially. The costumes were amazing. The talent that they had on that show was just phenomenal on both of them, the old Dune, the new Dune. Now, there is a new Dune. I have not seen it yet, and I'm dying to, but I can wait. That's fine. I can wait until it goes, somewhere where I can watch it at home. I can be patient. I have no problem with that. But there are some people that have this urge, and they have to, like, argue with you about which one's the best one. I don't do that. I haven't really done that. Dune, to me, each one, I think, brings something to the table, And this new one, from what I can see, I want to see it really badly. It looks amazing, and I can't wait. But, okay, now, you have stuff like Dune, right? But then, of course, you have the age-old Star Trek, Star Wars. I love Star Trek, okay? Even the very beginning ones that were, a bit cheesy, bit clunky, bit silly. They're not something I'm going to watch on repeat, but I like to watch them as part of the lore of the whole. You know what I mean? And so I watch Star Trek, and I find that the progression and all the new stories that they come up with and all the new characters, and it's just enthralling. It's fantastic. I love listening to what they're trying to fix on the ship, and then they have this hologram of a doctor, and it's so fascinating. The whole thing. I love Star Trek. And that includes pretty much all of them, I think. There might be a few that I didn't enjoy, but I didn't bother to, like, narrow it down, because for the most part, I like all of it, and it's good, So I'm just going to say, as a whole, I love all of Star Trek. Star Wars. Obviously, I love Star Wars. I love the first three. They were great. And then you got the one with Jar Jar Binks, and you had all the other ones, and they were all right, It was a progression of the story, but just wasn't the same, I mean, it was cool, but it was like, it was almost like they set it up to be a little gimmicky, but that's just my opinion. Just an opinion. And the new ones, I haven't seen the new ones at all. The ones that were released by Disney, I believe, all of them, and just haven't gotten around to watching it. But I do like Star Wars as well. I like all of them that I had seen. The new ones, each one is interesting. And I think that, obviously, the one who becomes Darth Vader, I think when he's playing that really hard scene where he's like on fire and dying and everything, he put a lot into that scene. It was pretty brutal, and I commend him for his acting skills. I love what he did. And the younger kid, the one that when he was younger and he's riding the speed racers, or I'm gonna get corrected, I know it, I don't remember the name of them, but you know what I'm talking about, the little racers that they did in the desert. That little actor was good too. They were all great. But I don't know. I always love the older ones, the first three. They were just so good. And it doesn't matter that they were clunky looking at all. I mean, when I was a kid and I'm watching those four-legged creatures go by, I was just like, oh, this is so cool. I mean, just to enjoy something like that is crazy. It takes you out of this world where there's so much suffering and just BS you have to deal with, and go off into Star Wars. Heck yeah, I'm going. I want to be on one of those. I can't remember what they're called, but it was a vehicle that they were riding through the forest, and it just zipped past things. I want one of those. Those look like fun. Of course, I'll keep an eye out for the trees a lot better. And okay, I have the next one. Now, this is something that Gaia introduced to me, and I love Red Dwarf. I love it. I do. I love the kitty cat. I love the robot. I love all of them. All of the characters are fabulous. They're great. And they make me laugh, and it's a little bit cheesy, and it's just enough, It's great. It's really great. Rimmer, often, why I would like to, hit him upside the head, that little playful, stop it. But, yeah, they're great. They're all really cool characters. And then they came out with, I don't know if it was a new season, or I think it was a new season, but I was excited. I'm like, they're back? So we sat and watched it. I'm not sure, but I think we binge watched several episodes. And I will watch them again and again. I'm all for it. So Red Dwarf is awesome. Love Red Dwarf. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. The other movie that it just like tickled my imagination when I first saw it was Tron. Too cool. Oh, it was too cool. Even with such a low budget, the first one still it worked, And I just love the concept, and it was just, man, all the characters are cool. The actors are some of my favorite ones, so yeah. And then the new Tron came out, and I was just glued to the TV. It was amazing. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So for me, like the next one I'm going to mention, in a marathon with Tron, I want Blade Runner in a marathon with Tron. Oh, just make me a happy girl. Just a very happy girl. Do that, we're friends. But the Blade Runner, the original, beautiful. Just, God, what a beautiful movie. It takes you to places you'd never even imagine. And the way they did it was breathtaking. It was such a good movie. And then, of course, they came out with a new one. And I don't know how you feel about the new one, but I loved it. It worked for me. And actually, it made me cry, funny enough. Like when he finally got to see his daughter, it was just, wow. But, it was a really good movie. Even thinking about it now, I'm going, I want to see that again. Whoo! So like Tron and Blade Runner marathon. Yes, please. Sign me up, Or heck, a marathon of every movie I've mentioned so far. We're good. Okay. Now these they're less science fiction, obviously, but they're more like they have their own following. And of course, they've been remade with new actors, and most people didn't like it, myself included. And these are ones I didn't really care for. There's a movie called Hellraiser, and the lead actor was incredible. He was oh, he was Pinhead. Just worked right. That was Pinhead. And Doug Bradley just did the most amazing job, and I enjoyed every single one. I mean, even some of the cheesier ones, I'll watch them. I enjoy them. What the heck? I don't mind. And then they came out with one with a new Pinhead. So I thought, okay, I'll go look. That doesn't work for me. He didn't have the same presence. It did not work. What I don't understand is why they had to like have a new Pinhead. Why couldn't they just have a different Cenobite? That would have been fine. But I don't think anybody can be Pinhead, but Doug. I really don't. He's just that good. And he does the vocals for Cradle of Filth albums, and I know he's done some other vocals, but he's just fantastic. His voice is amazing. But I wasn't impressed with the that remake of Pinhead. Just right. Well, we've got another franchise, Halloween. Now, as some of you may know, Halloween is my favorite time of year, and I love the movies. But the first movies were like, it was good. You know, I liked the original Halloweens. But to be fair, Rob Zombie's versions of Halloween were really good. I really enjoyed them. All the little extra details, all the aggression, the more details about the family. It was great. And there's a lot of pushback on that. A lot of people did not like the new Halloween. I don't really know why, but I have all of them. So, you know, Halloween's good for me. Well, there's another one, Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay? All right. Freddy Krueger. Robert Englund is the only Freddy Krueger as far as I'm concerned. I have yet to see anybody else come even close to playing that character. And it's because he really enjoyed the character. He had fun with it. He was playful. And he had quips. And, you know, he came back to you. And then they came out with that new one, that new guy playing it. And I know he did his best. And it was a different rendition of Freddy Krueger, but it just didn't work. He can play a bad guy, of course. You know, he can be menacing, yes. But he's not Freddy Krueger. He's just not. And when it comes to bad guys, I have yet to really see a replacement for any of the more iconic bad guys. You know, there really haven't been any replacements yet that have impressed me. But I like a lot of horror movies. And I live in science fiction and things like that. And what I've noticed that a lot of people, it's like a ultimatum. Well, okay. Did you like the old one or the new one? And I feel like a little bit of pressure there. Like, all right, well, what do I say? I don't know. So I just tell them I like both because I really honestly do. Most of the time, I like both. Except when it comes to the new Hellraiser and the new Nightmare on Elm Street. Those were just like, meh, sort of. They were great. You know, and it was kind of disappointing because I wanted it to be, you know, good, but it just did not turn out to be very good at all. So, yeah. These are some of the movies I've noticed that people end up kind of arguing about, you know, which one's the best one, the old one, the new one. I'd say take each one at its own merit and see what you think. Because every movie is going to have some parts that you're going to love, some parts you're going to hate, and, you know, make your own decisions. Because if you follow what the critics tell you, you're going to miss out on a good movie, potentially. And if it's anything like me, most of the movies I like, most people seem to not like. I don't know what the deal is with that. I really don't. Pardon me, my throat's a little itchy. Oh. And yay, I tested negative for COVID today. I'm very happy about this. Positive. Oh, And also, I got a little bit of a snarky comment. It was hilarious. It was just like, oh, the innocence. And you need to fix your hair. Oh, honey, I'm constantly fixing my hair, darling. It never ends. If you knew how many, like, grips, yes, how many grips I have to use in order to, like, tame all these little flyaways. I know I could use hairspray or products or whatever, but then the problem is my hair becomes really sticky. And what happens after that is I end up having to wash my hair again. And, all my hair dye just goes out the freaking window. So, yeah, I'm doing it the best way that I can enjoy my black hair for as long as possible. But I do appreciate the critique. However, I'm doing fine on my own as far as my hair goes. It's just too much fun, and my little pigtails, my little poofies. I just have fun with it, you know? And I hope, honestly, that you will appreciate my response. We shall see. It was nice meeting you, though. And for the rest of you guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I have really enjoyed watching my numbers go up. Of course, everybody would, right? And yeah, if you have any questions, please ask them below. Okay, I'm open to answering just about anything, really. Let's see. I answer every comment. I think I have one I haven't responded to yet, but I'm going to. And yeah, subscribe. Okay, hit all, and you'll get everything that I post. And hopefully, it can entertain you. I really hope so. Anyway, all right. Bye bye, guys.